Alright, well, I think I'll just go full retarded here. So, we'll get into that in a second. There we go. Sorry, I had to push something off. Alright, don't worry, we'll talk about it in a minute. So, why in the hell is it that, you have feminists talking about all this stuff? And I know it's kind of weird that I'm, talking about feminists with everything that's going on right now. But still. The feminists are literally pushing all this stuff off and Sharia law, this, that, the other. You shouldn't be racist towards Muslims, blah, 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 blah. And in the Quran means nothing but peace. And it's like, man, is that how retarded our society is? Because if any of these feminists knew anything, they would hate Saudi Arabia. They would hate Muslims. They would say no Muslim should ever be allowed in my country because a Muslim being in there makes the potential of me being raped this much more. But instead they go march for him. And the crazy thing is, I think a lot of it has to do with the media, that they don't show it. So these feminists don't know it. That's a good one. They don't show it, so you don't know it. I'm going to use that later. I like that. So, I mean, imagine, you're being told, oh, you're being oppressed by the man, and it's a white man, when it's and they're bringing in this culture that literally wants you to have no rights, have nothing, and it's like, what's going on? So, you gotta look at it as it's a whole deep, dark thing, and it really comes all the way down. I'm gonna tell you, this stuff's all coming out. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. You can look through all my videos. I'm pretty sure there's about over 200. I think it's maybe closer to 250, if not close to 3. I don't really know. But throughout all those videos, I talk about what's going on, what the country and what the left has done, how they sold us out. They sold our country out. And I'm not going to say that everything about the right is right, but I will say that if it was not for what just happened, I think our country would be in a lot worse place than it would be right now. I think we're not doing very bad, because if you actually look at statistics and you actually look at numbers and you look at the freaking NASDAQ and you look at fucking everything that's going on, jobs, freaking, when you look at all this stuff all piled together, and you have to do it yourself. You can't just sit there and listen to somebody. Yeah, go ahead and listen to somebody. If they say something, write it down. Go look it up yourself. And that's everybody's biggest problem. They don't. Especially these lefty idiots. They have some professor that literally is just lying out their teeth, and they pretty much know it, but they want to push forward their narrative. And see, this is what's changing. Is, this next generation coming up, they know that they can find real facts. They know that blah, blah, blah gets blah, 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 blah from every freaking side. They know that. But they know that they can actually find the real facts. And that's why there is a regime change coming. That's why it's on its way, and because people want the truth. They want things to be okay. They want things to be right. They don't want this virtue signaling that you got freaking, you got to start making rules because of, 0.06% of the population is this or that. No. See, and people are starting to wake up. And the whole thing is, I think a lot of these false flags that are going on right now is really because the people that are under investigation that need to be arrested and need to be taken down and literally hung by the tallest tree next to the closest courthouse, like we used to do. See, they're all fleeing the country, and they're all putting their little, putting their little dots in place to get the hell out of here. That's exactly what's going on right now, because guess what? They're all getting taken out. Why do you think they're trying to start wars? Why do you think they're trying to freaking make us all hate each other? Because it's a lot easier for them to get us to kill each other, or freaking act like such big idiots. There you go. And this whole thing, Antifa, the fourth, the fifth, look, they weren't lying. But they actually spent a lot of money, and actually somebody came in and freaking analyzed what was the best way to do. And like they said, they were starting this and not stopping this. When you talk about the freaking, the interview on the church shooting and the cops coming out or whatever, if you had cops that were in that community or whatever, they would have known some of them. They would have been a little bit more teared up. I'm thinking that might be a false flag. I don't know. But just like I said, like I've said in my other videos, we still have not had any birth certificates or death certificates of any of the people that died in Vegas. Really, really, really freaking weird. Whatever. So, these are things that we need to look at, as a society of people that are being told something. You're being told something, but there is no actual proof for it. Just like the left's done with all Donald Trump. I mean, literally, they've had nothing. They've had one little, he went to meet somebody with blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, whatever. We have everything from uranium-1 fucking cells to fucking Russia, blah, 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 to everything to literally, if 1% of what we have on them, out of the 100% that we actually have on them, 1% of that was on Trump or on the right, we'd all be in jail. That's how much our country has been taken over by these literally pieces of crap that want to watch you all burn. And I promise you, the stuff that was coming from, the 4th and 5th, it's only going to get worse. You think the church shooting was the only thing? I guarantee there's going to be something tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, it'll be the next day. And it's going to continue, and it's going to get worse, and it's going to get worse. And, the crazy thing is, there might have been a lot more stuff that was already happening that they've just been covering up. Who knows? So, I really hope that was a false flag that happened in the church. I really do. I don't know. I was talking about it before 2 weeks ago, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. They were putting out ads in the newspapers for crisis actors and people that looked kind of right-wing and this and that. The funny thing is, nobody's come out and said anything. I mean, just imagine when some black kid gets shot or just something, anything. I'm just using the black person because, usually how hysterical their mothers are or whatever, even if they had a gun and they are shooting at cops and the cops shot them. How irate the mother is that, oh my God, And you're going to tell me that in a small little town like that, that nobody's sitting there going, oh my God, my daughter died, my son died, this died, Nobody's out speaking out. Not even friends, family, I don't care that it's a small town. Oh, it's a small town so we can act like it was all locked down. That's what tripped me out. Where is all this stuff? I don't know. Things sound a little bit fishy. Look, they're trying to take your damn rights. I really am not sure. I know Trump has taken control of the country. They've already shown they've been trying to take him out more than once. I think that's why he had to leave the country, because what the CIA was doing. Military saw it and freaking made a reaction. You must understand they are trying to take out your freaking president. If you are watching this broadcast, you are part of the resistance. God bless you. Do your own due diligence. Spend an